A black man unlocks his storefront before sunrise, counting footsteps behind him. White shopkeepers across the street pause, watching quietly, saying nothing. Inside, clerks stack ledgers while a guard checks the street through dusty glass. Money moves quickly, hidden from view, counted twice before doors fully open. This wealth did not appear suddenly. It was built deliberately, under constant observation, under constant threat. In post-Reconstruction America, black communities recognize opportunity alongside danger. Railroads expand. Oil is discovered. Cities grow violently fast. Black labor fuels growth. But black ownership triggers attention immediately. Formerly enslaved men open banks, insurance firms, newspapers, and land companies. They meet nightly in churches, whispering. Strategy beneath them echoes. Ledgers replace chains, but surveillance replaces overseers. A black banker's signs. Loans while watching white deputies linger outside his office. Customers arrive in groups, scanning streets before entering. Each transaction carries risk, and each signature challenges a racial boundary. White competitors begin tracking names, addresses, and movement patterns. Local newspapers publish wealth figures with exaggerated alarm. Language shifts from curiosity to warning. Too successful becomes a shared phrase. In Wilmington, The Room, Atlanta, Tulsa, and Rosewood. Black wealth concentrates geographically. Communities organize intentionally, clustering businesses for mutual protection. Doctors, lawyers, grocers, printers, and financiers share blocks and trust. Money circulates internally, strengthening independence from hostile institutions. Black newspapers celebrate growth cautiously, avoiding unnecessary attention. Church leaders advise discretion, not visibility. But visibility is unavoidable. White banks restrict loans, forcing black institutions to self-finance expansion. Black entrepreneurs pool capital, forming informal syndicates. Meetings grow larger, guarded, increasingly tense. Maps are drawn, escape routes discussed, signals agreed upon. It bell rings 3 times for danger. Young men rotate night patrols, carrying rifles beneath coats. Women memorize ledgers and cash, locations in case of raids. Children are instructed which alleys to run through during emergencies. This is not paranoia, it is preparation. Local officials begin passing ordinances limiting black business operations. Fire codes are enforced selectively. Licenses delayed indefinitely. Black hotel owner watches inspectors. Mark violations without explanations. Repairs are completed overnight. Inspectors return, citing new infractions. Crowds gather outside, silent. According to the exchange mentally, black leaders confront city councils directly, demanding equal enforcement. Publicly, they speak calmly, deliberately, documenting each denial. White councilmen avoid eye contact, shuffling papers, deferring votes. Meetings end without resolutions. Tension escalates. Black newspapers print editorials defending economic self-determination. Circulation spreads beyond city borders. White presses respond aggressively, warning of black domination. False rumors circulate about weapons stockpiles and secret uprisings. Sheriffs demand searches without warrants. Doors are kicked open at night. A black bank manager refuses entry, citing legal protections. Deputies force their way inside anyway. Money is counted loudly, deliberately, as intimidation. Customers watch from across the street, helpless, memorizing faces. The next morning, business opens as usual. This is resistance. In Tulsa's Greenwood district, oil money changes everything rapidly. Tailors sew suits for businessmen, arriving in luxury cars. Jewelry shops expand their inventory weekly. White merchants notice shrinking customer bases immediately. Petitions circulate demanding zoning restrictions. Police increase patrol frequency, stopping black drivers randomly. Fines accumulate strategically, draining resources. Greenwood leaders respond by forming legal defense funds. Lawyers draft injunctions while crowds guard courthouses. Money is redistributed to families targeted by fines. Authority feels challenged. In Atlanta, black insurance executives expand into multi-story offices. Elevators carry policyholders upward, symbolizing rising autonomy. White landlords terminate leases abruptly. Black builders construct their own offices instead. Construction sites are harassed nightly. Materials disappear. Workers are questioned aggressively. Still, buildings rise. Churches become command centers after services end. Maps of cities replace hymnals on altars. Plans are debated until dawn. Who negotiates? Who confronts? Who absorbs losses to protect the rest? Sacrifice becomes strategic. In North Carolina, black landowners organize cooperatives to resist foreclosure. Sheriffs arrive with papers. Crowds block roads quietly, refusing passage. Negotiations occur in open fields. Under armed observation, sheriffs retreat temporarily, promising legal escalation. White mobs begin assembling unofficially. Shots are fired into the air at night. Windows shatter without witnesses. Fires are blamed on accidents. Insurance claims are denied. Black Millionaires fund rebuilding immediately. Faster than destruction spreads. This speed alarms authorities more than the wealth itself. Control depends on delay. Speed breaks control. New laws appear to restrict firearms possession. Selectively, permits are consistently denied. Enforcement escalates unevenly. Black guards adapt, rotating lookouts, hiding weapons creatively. Every adaptation increases suspicion. Political pressure mounts. Governors receive letters warning of instability. Federal silence follows. Black leaders travel quietly between cities, sharing tactics and warnings. Trains carry more than passengers now. They carry intelligence. Black newspaper editor publishes the names of discriminatory officials. Sales spike overnight. Triads Aribe. Immediately, printing presses are sabotaged. Backup. Presses activate elsewhere within hours. This is coordination. White business associations demand intervention publicly. They frame black success as economic sabotage. Fear is weaponized carefully. Police increase stop and search operations. Arrests rise without charges. Jails fill briefly, releasing detainees exhausted and intimidated. Black communities respond with bail, funds, and legal teams. Money becomes a shield, but shields attract strikes. A prominent black financier is falsely accused of fraud. Papers publish allegations before investigations occur. Accounts are frozen preemptively. Crowds gather outside his bank silently. Doors remain open anyway. Transactions continue under armed watch. This defiance triggers escalation. White militias begin training openly on the city outskirts. Local police attend discreetly. Black leaders observe from a distance, documenting everything. Warnings circulate. Something is coming. Black wealth has crossed an invisible line. Organization tightens. Meetings shrink. Trust narrows. Every new face is questioned thoroughly. Betrayal becomes a constant fear. A clerk disappears overnight. Ledgers go missing. Raids follow within days. Damage is contained, but confidence fractures. Black leaders debate next steps urgently. Negotiate further. Withdraw quietly. Stand firm publicly. No option is safe. They choose visibility anyway. Marshes form. Well-dressed, disciplined, silent. Banners demand equal protection, equal enforcement, equal opportunity. Police line the streets heavily, hands resting near weapons. The march advances slowly, deliberately, refusing provocation. Crowds swell. Eyes meet across lines. Bottle shatters somewhere unseen. The police surge forward suddenly. Banners fall. People scatter but regroup. Quickly, arrests are made strategically, targeting leadership figures. Black businesses close temporarily in protest. Economic pressure ripples outward. Unexpectedly, white merchants feel the impact. Immediately, officials scramble to restore order. Meetings are called behind closed doors. Promises are whispered without guarantees. Meanwhile, rumors spread faster than facts. Militias mobilized openly now. Police presence doubles. Checkpoints appear overnight. Greenwood watches smoke rise from distant buildings. Church bells ring as warning signals. Guards take positions. Silently, no one celebrates. Everyone waits. The wealth remains. The organization holds, but the balance is breaking. Authority prepares a response. Communities brace themselves. Something irreversible is approaching. Sirens cut through the night without warning. Search sweep rooftops, alleys, and windows simultaneously. Black guards signal silently, moving families into back rooms and basements. Militias advance in loose formation, rifles visible, faces uncovered. Police stand between groups briefly, then step aside deliberately. Line dissolves without explanation. Gunfire erupts suddenly. People run. Orders are shouted. IND, IST, INCT, LY. In Greenwood, businesses are marked systematically. Door by door. Armed men move with lists already prepared. Names are checked quickly before windows shatter. A black hotel owner refuses to abandon his building. He is dragged outside, beaten, and left unconscious. His safe is forced open publicly, and money is scattered deliberately. Fire follows immediately. Families flee carrying ledgers, deeds, and loose cash. Smoke hides escape routes briefly, then exposes movement. Shots ring out from elevated positions. No warning is given. Banks are targeted. First, printing presses. Second, armories. Last, this is not chaos. It is a sequence. Black leaders attempt negotiation under white flags. They are detained instantly. Disarmed. An isolated communication collapses within minutes. Churches burn while bells continue ringing uselessly. Homes collapse inward, trapping possessions beneath ruble. Insurance agents document losses silently, later denying coverage. By morning, entire districts are reduced to ash. Survivors are marched under guard to detention zones. Names are recorded inaccurately. Charges remain unspecified. Black millionaires watch wealth disappear in hours, not years. Authorities declare order restored. Press photographs show ruins without context. Headlines blame riots and uncontrolled mobs. Victims are reframed as instigators. Courts refuse claims, citing acts of disorder. In Wilmington, power shifts officially overnight. Elected black officials are forced out at gunpoint. White replacements assume offices immediately. No investigations follow. Black land deeds are challenged aggressively afterward. Taxes increase selectively. Foreclosures accelerate. Wealth is stripped legally after violence ends. In Rosewood, families scatter permanently. Communities dissolve. Instead of rebuilding, silence becomes a survival strategy. Those who remain adapt quietly. Black entrepreneurs relocate operations discreetly. Businesses reopen under white intermediaries. Ownership hides behind legal proxies. Visibility becomes lethal. Black millionaires fund escape routes rather than expansion. Now, money purchases distance, not growth. Networks turn inward. Defensive. Some leave states entirely. Those who stay invest in secrecy. Banking shifts underground. Cash replaces checks. Records are memorized, then destroyed. Children are taught not to speak publicly about success. Federal authorities acknowledge events briefly, then disengage. Reports are filed without follow-up. Responsibility dissolves between jurisdictions. White perpetrators face no consequences. Black survivors face charges instead. Black lawyer attempts to reopen cases years later. Files are missing. Witnesses recant under pressure. Threats resume quietly. The message is reinforced. Success invites retaliation. Documentation will not protect you. Despite destruction, some wealth survives in fragments. Land held jointly escapes seizure temporarily. Hidden funds resurfaced cautiously years later. These resources rebuild schools, newspapers, and scholarships. Resistance changes form. Instead of districts, networks emerge across cities. Instead of visibility, coordination spreads quietly. Instead of confrontation, endurance dominates strategy. Black millionaires stop appearing publicly. They become donors without names, advisors without titles, power without recognition. Oppression adapts to zoning laws, expand. Bank regulations tighten. Surveillance normalizes. Economic ceilings are enforced bureaucratically now. The violence becomes procedural. Black businessman applying for permits waits indefinitely. A loan officer delays paperwork repeatedly. Tax assessor reassesses land unexpectedly. No guns are visible. Damage accumulates anyway. Communities respond collectively again. Mutual aid replaces banks. Church basements replace boardrooms. Money circulates hand to hand. Undocumented. White authorities monitor closely. Occasional arrests remind everyone of boundaries. Black success. Heresies unevenly carefully. By mid-century, stories of early millionaires fade intentionally. Records are incomplete. Names disappear from textbooks. Their destruction becomes cautionary folklore whispered privately. You know what happened last time? The memory disciplines ambition. Yet resistance does not disappear. It hardens. Black wealth reemerges later through different structures. Unions, entertainment, sports, industries are harder to isolate geographically. The lesson is learned painfully. Concentration invites annihilation. Dispersion invites survival. Still, the original districts remain erased physically. Parking lots replace banks. Highways cut through former neighborhoods. Plaques appeared decades later without accountability. The millionaires are remembered abstractly, without systems attached. But their choices mattered. They proved ownership possible under siege. They exposed the limits of legal protection. They forced escalation, revealing true power dynamics. They did not fail. They were targeted. Their wealth threatened. Hierarchy more than protest ever could. Suppression required spectacle, then silence. What remains is unfinished. Survivors pass stories carefully. Records resurfaced intermittently. Questions remain unresolved. No restitution follows. No closure offered. Only patterns repeating under new names remain intact, and the cost of resistance remains visible.